All right, what's up, my fine feathery friends? Tim Charron here, booking agent, singer, songwriter, recording artist, and actor. I recently got a question from one of my old YouTube videos that I did a couple of years ago about how to deal with cancellations and things like that. So I wanted to jump on here and make a YouTube video on just that. So if you're in the music business, and a lot of these things can also help out in the acting business as well. So this young lady, I guess she was booked for a show with her band at a bar, and the bar had already done a bunch of advertising, and people were saying that they were going to come to the show, and then like a week and a half before the show. He let her know that he was canceling her gig because he said that he had double booked the night. Now, sounds kind of shady, right? So, also as a booking agent, I've had a few problems with cancellations on the venue side. So let me just answer. This is my answer, just from my experience and kind of from a method of operation that I developed throughout the years. Okay, so if I ever have a question about a new venue or something, or series of events, that I'm not quite sure how they're going to be to deal with, or I don't know if if they're going to try to screw me over. Let me say this first. I've had people in the music business, as far as doing shows, try to screw me out of money. Really only one time that I can even remember. I'm sure there was maybe one or two other times, but we're talking, a 17-year music career, and one, two, or three times where I've had, issues where, that happened. I've had cancellations and things like that. But my method of operation that I developed was this. I'll try something once, right? So Smidge, my ex-girlfriend, and I, who, we made decisions for me, I would bounce everything off of her. And all the time, we'd be like, I don't know about this club. I don't know about this bar. I'm not sure. The person seems kind of shady. I'm not sure. They keep changing stuff. So it always came down to, okay, well, if we think it's worth it, let's give it a shot. And then people will teach you. People will teach you who they are. You'll know pretty much right away. So I would try something once, and then if it went well, I'd consider doing it again. If it went badly, I would drop them like a hot potato and totally ghost them and never deal with them again. So that's my simple answer, right? So for that person that they canceled the week and a half before, they said that they they had already done the advertising with that band, their band, on the advertising, and they said that they had the manager said that, oh, I double booked you. That's obviously something fishy's going on there. Something's weird. So my advice would be to never deal with them again. It's that simple. So I guess they said, oh, well, we're going to get you some makeup dates, and then the band leader, the young lady, sent them dates and never heard back from him. But I would not even go as far. I would not ask them for anything. They screwed you, without, unless they give you a great explanation, which you didn't say. You said that all they said was that they double booked you. If they were operating the proper way and that really happened, they would go out of their way to make it up to you. So, a lot of places don't treat their acts right and their bands right. And I just decided a long time ago that I'm not going to lower myself, because then if you lower yourself to being beholden to one bar or one restaurant or one club to play at, then they have all the leverage and all the power, and you are just powerless over it. So there's safety in numbers. This is what I've always done and always said with many things. And this is at all levels of the music business, of the acting business, even with the music business and acting business. You know, I'm very happy that I started my acting business, because now I'm not beholden to the music business. I'm not beholden to any gigs. I'm not beholden to any agents or anything. I have multiple agents on the music side, on the business, on the music side, on the acting side, and I act as my own agent on the music and on the acting side. And I represent other people on the music side and venues. So, and I work as an agent. I work with venues. The venues are my clients. You know, the bands and the acts are also my clients, but my responsibility in my eyes is to the venue. And there are people that run venues badly, and they're going to screw people, and you need to run far away from them, as far away as you possibly can. I've had the experience where, you know, people tried to, at the beginning of my career, tried to get me to play for less money or this or that. And think about it. If you book a gig, you say, this is my rate. Okay, say you're booking a band and you're like, my rate is $1,500. And then they're like, well, we'll give you $1,000. Now it's up to you. If that's the case, number one, you're going to go in there and you're going to feel salty the whole time. You're going to feel like, oh, they nickel and dimed me and they don't think I'm worth my rate. Now, your rate has to be the going rate in that particular bar, unless you're drawing 500 people a night, you know. So it's not like everybody has to give you what you decide you want. But if your rate is a normal rate that, you know, you get other places, similar other places, then stick to your rate. You know, I had this happen recently. Somebody wanted to, they were like, oh, well, we'll you know, just to get things started, you know, can you do one date for less and then, you know, the second date for your normal rate? And I said, I made an executive decision. I'm like, okay, we'll see if this is worth it. It might be a good recurring gig. Then they came to me with the second date. And I said, I will 1,000,000% cancel all of my dates if you even offer me any less than my rate for the second date, right? So I agreed I would take a lower rate for the first show. And then after that, my rate that I asked for. So they came with the second date show. And I told them, don't even bother asking me to do it for less, because I already established what it is. Now, if I keep going back on that, then I look like I'm powerless in the whole situation. So that's where numbers are your friends, right? Like, the more venues that you have relationships with, and you go out and play 30 venues, you know what I mean? Like, work your ass off, book a bunch of different venues, play those different venues, right? Play 20 different venues, and then literally go over in your mind like, okay, this 13 venues treat us great. They pay us on time. We never have a problem with them. Great communication, blah, blah, blah. They're great to work with. Boom, go with those, fire the rest of them. Or just don't renew your gigs with them. It's that simple. The more opportunity, you know, the more numbers that you have of venues and things like that, then you're not beholden to one or two venues. And you can't, they can't mess with you or screw you. So I hope this helps. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know. I have launched a series of coaching. So if you want one-on-one coaching with me, it is not inexpensive, but I put forth my 16, 17 years of experience from going from playing solo acoustic gigs on bar stools to opening for over 45 national acts, performing for tens of thousands of people every month, and playing festivals and touring all over the United States. So, like I said, it is not inexpensive. It is for people that are very, very serious and believe in themselves that they have the talent to make it to the big stages. So drop a comment, let me know, or you can DM me on any of my platforms. Tim Charron Band on Instagram, Tim Charron Band on TikTok, Tim Charron Band on Facebook. And I guess that's it. So thanks for watching, and I really do hope that this helps.